guys, it's Sophia the Shadow Hunter, and today I'm doing my book review on It Happened in Italy by Elizabeth Bettini, The Untold Stories of How the People of Italy Defied the Horrors of the Holocaust. This was a wonderful, beautiful book. I enjoyed it so much. I read it really fast. This book was not what I was expecting it to be, and it wasn't a bad thing. I just remember hearing about in school in Italy, they locked people up in the Colosseum, and a lot of people died and ended up committing suicide to escape the persecution of the Nazis. But in Italy, people saved the Jews. They would hide them in schools, they would hide them in monasteries, in churches. They would change their children's birth certificate, even though they're Jewish, to say they were Catholic, and they would change the year so that if it happened years before the war, people wouldn't think they were trying to avoid the Nazis and getting murdered. But this was about a woman, and her name is Elizabeth Bettini, and she found out that she had relatives who lived in Italy during World War II and the Holocaust, and she wanted to do this, so she got to all these survivors, and they made a documentary, and they went to Italy, and they traveled the world together, telling the stories of how they survived, how they lived normal lives. They were called concentration camps, but they weren't concentration camps. They lived normal lives. They could have their religious festivals. They could have the Passover. They could have children. They could get married, and people were able. They had wet nurses that could nurse the children back to health if their parents were sick, like some of them were, and that person ended up helping two children survive, and so they became like brothers. This was an amazing story. Let me show you some pictures. And there's just so many different stories and families that were involved in this. This is the Dell'Anna family at the Tortina Villa in the summer of 1942. But they made like movies, and here is the concentration camp from Monte de Tarsa, where a lot of people survived. And it was very interesting because one of the ladies who actually survived Auschwitz, but her family didn't, she was saying, you know, how crazy it was during the same time, but these people actually survived. And here is the birth certificate for Ruth Goldman Tobias and the birth certificate for Jeffrey Goldman for the city of Potenza and Citizen of Delmano. This is a wonderful book. I encourage you guys to read this. I really want to look up her and what else she did. The woman here who was actually in Auschwitz, I believe she wrote a book. I've been wanting to read her book. Or one of the other characters in the book I've been wanting to read. She wrote a book, which I haven't got my hands on, but I want to eventually. And let me show you some more pictures. Here's the reunion after the war in Milano of 1946. Horta Stein, Clara Stein, Herta, Melina Polka, Max Kemplin, and the young Mariana Lowe, between two of Herta's friends. And then here's a picture of October 2017 of Elizabeth Bettini, Horst Stein, Gilda DeLon, Vincent Max Kemp, and Vince Morano, Clara Stein, Herta, Magdalena Polk. This is a great book. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. It's a beautiful book. I love the covers. And then in the back it has the list of all these things. So I think this was very interesting when she found out that the Von Trapps, from The Sound of Music, that his first wife, Claire, they were on one of these lists that were in the book, and they created a list that was kind of like Schindler's List of all the people that they survived, that they helped survive in the back. So let me read you some of the names. If I can find it. Okay, here we go. I'll just show you the picture. List of 272 interns in the campaign on September 16th, 1940. It says Alder Leo, Bartolomeo, Umber Binder, Rudolf Berg, Alberto Borger, Samuel Besting, Wolf Blafield, Golia Biff J, Labis Borgentza. I'm going to butcher these names. But this was a very great book. I loved this book. You guys should read it. Please be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Please be sure to like this video. I'll see you guys next time in our video. Goodbye.